Yes, you see now, Supreme Court decision could help Trump in criminal case, as we see. You know what I'm saying? As we see it could help Trump in a criminal case. From what we see in this matter, you know what I'm saying? We see landmark ruling that the Supreme Court made more than 2 decades ago could be used by the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, baby, team to help get the felony charges he faces in Manhattan down to a misdemeanor. First of all, if it's anything at all, it is a misdemeanor. You know what I'm saying? At the end of March, Trump was charged with 34 felony counts of falsifying business records, which is one of the weakest charges I've ever seen of a standing president. You know what I'm saying? As part of Manhattan District Attorney Nutcase has Boule Baphomet worshiping the Boule Greek ass scholars and fraternity probably, you know what I'm saying, Alan Nutcase brags, investigating into the hush money payments, you know what I'm saying, that Trump campaign allegedly made to an adult film star, Stormy Daniels, in who imagine that in the days before the 2016 presidential election. Daniels alleged that she and Trump had an affair into the 2006. You know what I'm saying? Which Trump denies and maintained his innocence in the case. Braggs had initially charged Trump with 34 misdemeanor counts, but brought them up to felony as falsifying business records as considered a felony in New York. Now it's considered some jackass shit. You know what I'm saying? If it's done while committing another crime, in order to bring, in order to bring the charges up from a misdemeanor, prosecutors have had it. You know what I'm saying? But we don't give a flying crap about that stupid shit because it's really stupid when you look at it. You know what I'm saying? It's really stupid. And in more ways than one, that's what we see. You know what I'm saying? That's what we see. It's one of the stupidest things that you could really put forward in this matter that's going on. You see Trump news come in, you know what I'm saying, live, damaging evidence uncovered in classified documents probe as Trump lashes out at DeSantis. Um, as we see, you know what I mean? But we see a crowd cheers as police drags vandalizing climate activists out of 2060-year-old what? Trevi fountain in Rome. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's, yeah, um, yeah. Prepare for the unexpected for the uh, Marburg virus strikes like a thief in the night. Imagine that. hmm Now we have another, and it's going to keep on coming. You know what I'm saying? Because, the door has been open. You know what I mean? In more ways than one, the door has been open. This is coming by Shazar Cuban, you know what I'm saying, out of The Ordinary, commentator, whatever. But we see the more Borg virus emerge from the shadows. No, it did not. A genetic, you know what I'm saying, enigma lurking within the realm of zootic infections. Yeah, so where's Mr. Anthony Funk Party Kid Weezer right about now? With it home firmly sunk into the exist exist, it gives birth to Marburg virus disease in Marburg the virus disease, male malevolent or whatever force that launches a relentless assault on the body in intricate system, the vital villain, ravaged the cardiovascular stronghold, leaves the body, you know what I'm saying, autonomy intact. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, moving on. You know what I'm saying? Moving on. As we see New York Demon Democrats unanimously vote to aid LGBT circular in New York schools in 2024. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that. Yeah, of course. That manifesto is still working its wonders, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? People need to wake up. Pro-life activist sounds alarm on FBI intimidation after agents visit homes. They're going after everybody. You know what I'm saying? In the pro-life game. You know what I'm saying? We see GOP. Jordan is suggesting, you know what I'm saying, may target Hillary Clinton, which he leads to. We see all of that going on. We see the NAACP. We see where the Durham report says he sends damaging evidence. You know what I'm saying? As we see, we have Hunter P. Joe Biden on the run. You know what I'm saying? We see Arizona teen arrested after being AR-15, after bringing an AR-15 to school with ammos in backpack. He said, why is there always an AR-15? Who is putting these people up to the scene? How are they all getting the same weapon to use as the actual counter flow to the gun lobbying of uh, uh, take away people's guns or gun control? Every time this go down, I notice this weapon, same weapon is being used. Okay, we see FBI issues, the improper searches and so forth. 2021. Who gives a fuck? What they've been doing criminal shit to me in all ways for years. You know what I'm saying? We see Kansas City nightclub shooting leaves 3 dead. Here we go, that nonsense. The NAACP traveled warned Florida. We know about that. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't telling us what to do. You know what I'm saying? You're more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? You see even where now they even saying, you know, Heleno Gars or whatever his name, state of emergency won't be issued over migrant influx. You know what I'm saying? This is coming in by, I guess, Aiden Jolly one day ago. News for Buffalo. But we see Buffalo, New York, Erie County, Mark Polano Kaz, or whatever the name, Demon Democrat, will not declare a state of emergency for Erie County over the influx of migrants in New York State, he announced Saturday. Oh, imagine that. Well, look at what he is, a demon Democrat. They're facilitating all this bullshit anyway. You know what I'm saying? This new world order that they're bringing in, and they're going to use these people somehow in that measure of chaos, you know what I'm saying, and the weeping and wailing of gnashing of teeth is what people going to have to understand. You know what I'm saying? You keep on looking at this the wrong way and and backing up these people and the garbage they're doing by talking about some fucking re-electing a nut, you're gonna be in a lot of shit because I see people are making the wrong choices all the way down the line. Not everybody, but many are. Freshman Republican who helped, say flip the House under fire for debt ceiling stance. We see all China is using AI to raise the debt to AI to raise the dead and give people one last chance to say goodbye. Imagine that. Mm-hmm. We see people Hunter Biden took a 6 million. This PB Hunter Little Biden, you know what I'm saying, took a 6 million private jet to court while begging for child support to be decreased. Imagine that. We see here Elon Musk say he went too far against billionaire George Soros I think he should have even went further because both of y'all, to me, sometimes can be a jackass. You know what I'm saying? But we see Mississippi transgender teen will miss high school graduate after being told to dress like a boy, and that's what he is, isn't it? So why wouldn't the school want him to dress as to what he is? Because in his mind and in their world of this chaotic Luciferian nonsense, you know what I'm saying, leading all the way to the top, you know what I'm saying, because we heard what he said, you know what I'm saying, why are you telling, why shouldn't he dress like a boy if he's a boy? Why is you trying to make everybody see something that is uncommon in itself and at one point was even considered to be a mental disorder. And then when you say that, you ban somebody's comments. So you know that is more of the influence of this nonsense and then censoring the shit to where you can't see anything. So who is really running the show is the question that we must ask. You know what I'm saying? Because you cannot have something uncommon to the people and then want to stuff it down their throat. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's very crazy. And we see a rapper treated gang members to steak dinners, gold chains for shooting New York City rivals. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not with the nonsense. Do we see the Satanic Temple? Think you know about Satanism? Maybe you don't. Yes, we do. I tell you what, we think it is a jackass. That's what we think of it. And nobody wants to go down the board with that nonsense in no shape or form. You know what I'm saying? We don't give a flying crap about that, and we don't want to hear nothing about it neither. It's getting to be truly annoying, you know. But we see Daniel Penny, who choked a homeless man to death on the subway, say it's a little bit, it's a little bit comical because I love all people. Yeah, I believe that's true. I believe in your heart you might try to see it and see that. All people do. But at the same time, Mr. Daniel Penny, you must own up to your heroic act. It's all we're saying. Nobody hating on you, but we hate you're gonna get hate if you do not own up to the act in which took this man's life in your heroic move to save people. The people will respect you more. You know what I'm saying? Even though I still feel that it should not have been that way. You know what I mean? You see, you know, a whole lot of things have been transpired in these few years. And one thing we don't need is, you know, more hate and more death, which seems to be the norm of these people. As long as people are dying, murdered, killed, slaughtered, raped, killed, shot, beat, the demon Democrats is loving the crying of the weeping and the wailing of national teeth because it brings music to their ears because they're satanic. This is a hate group. CNN crew gets secret note during interview with a group who thinks creep Joe Biden is trying to turn kids trans in for a reason. Yeah, of course, because like I said, they already wrote the agenda. So the agenda already had that in it when we look at it in more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? We saw that. You know what I mean? How do you write an agenda and you promote it all the way up to the presidency? You know what I'm saying? Commander, chief and commander seat. You know, and then act as if like, you know, people shouldn't say anything against it. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And then you're pushing that agenda to its limit, which doesn't make much sense to me in more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? And then you're pushing it on children, which doesn't make any sense there at all. You're trying to even invade people, children who do not belong to you, who you did not breathe out of your stomach or dingalingi. You know what I'm saying? These are other people's children in which came from that. You know what I'm saying? And as far as we keeping the Democrats in the White House in the chief of commander seat, these agendas such as these will be pushed because this is the type of mathematical religious order in which they're talking about. People still don't want to believe that they're talking about Satan for some reason, not what you think they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And many of them are naive to stories. They're like children, as if they were born or need a book to tell them, like I was discussing today. I don't need a book to tell me what a tree is or the nature or this. I must do my own analogies of these things. You know what I'm saying? I don't need them to tell me, you know, what about space, time, cosmos, and where it started, and so on and so on. You know what I'm saying? And even if I had what they would call a religion, because they like to stereotype, isn't that my private business in movies? And one as Malcolm X would say. You know what I'm saying? So, we see during a stunning CNN report on a group that thinks Joe Biden, nutcase ass, so-called acting cheating ass president, is leading an effort to turn more kids trans, you know what I'm saying, and hurt them for the rest of their life. A parent passed a note to the crew that read, "This is a hate group." You know what I'm saying? CNN, which I really don't care for, correspondent, Eli, whatever his name is, Reeves, has done, you know, corpus, copious reporting and anti-trans issue and other conservative movement, and has just completed a deep dive on the group that called itself Moms for Liberty, who whose El Paso chair told Reeves that the highest level coordination effort to make more children trans and gay is being led by the teachers union. Imagine that. And our creepy ass president and a lot of funding source. A lot of funding source. Imagine that. Reeves, devote uh, David debuted her reporting on Debbie, whatever, her reporting on Thursday night edit of CNN Anderson Cooper 360 and revealed that during the meeting she attended, some passing her a note, as we see, passing her note that said, "We have the other side of the story. This is a hate group." Reeves met with the parents and others who oppose Moms for Liberty. You know what I'm saying? We voice over. We want to hear what some of the more liberal parents had to say. Some of them set in on set in on the meeting and passed me notes calling it a hate group. The next day, we met with those parents on camera. For the record, have any of your kids ever come home and said, "I feel peer pressure to be gay or trans"? All said no. Revoice. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what it is or isn't. You know what I'm saying? It's there, and that is what they want to really do. So you can swing all your games and tricks and all that bullshit, but it still ain't cheating. Nothing at all. But we see a call for arms, defending America's soul in an age of extremists. You see, as you see, by William S. Becker, opinion commentator 14 hours ago, Eastern Standard Time. Coming off the Hill, we see in a speech before the last fall midterm election, where we see Creep Joe Biden warns we have engaged in, we are engaging in a battle for not for the nationals. No, we engage. What fucking national soul is he talking about? The soul is your blood. So you're in this battle for people's blood. Really, is what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Talking about a soul. Where is your soul? Isn't your soul in your blood? Isn't your blood your soul? You know what I'm saying? So what garbage is he talking about? As if like, people just pooped out of nowhere and there was no blood, then the blood went in. You know what I'm saying? That bullshit that story. But you know what I'm saying? As I stand here tonight, equality, what? Equality? And democracy? What the hell is Creep Joe Biden talking about? Or understand? No, they're not. When he talk about democracy, he's talking about his Luciferian group, not the country we call the United States. We're not under no democracy. This is the United States. He could keep the democracy in which the demon Democrats brought in. You know what I'm saying? And if you see how it's spelled the same as Democrats. Isn't that ironic? It's called demon Democrats. And then you have demon mockery, DEMO. At the end, you know what I'm saying? And I guess an N and an M or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They're mockery probably, you know what I'm saying? Or under assault. No, they're not. The United States is under assault from your demon democracy, blood sucking, talking about equality. Equality. What equality? See how they throw out these words, equality, such as is responding to the fact of black people and black people, seeking equality and so on and so on up to now, all these years, you know what I'm saying, which we have already, we just don't use it to be the right ways. You're a follow fashion donkey, probably, you know what I'm saying? Talking about, listen to the words he used, equality and democracy. So he says, so, you know what I'm saying, so he said, we do ourselves no favor to pretend otherwise. Yes, we do our favor to pretend otherwise, because you are a nut, and that's for sure, and we are wise. You know what I mean? So let's not pretend otherwise. We should start by not calling this a battle. So what you should call it after you did what you did to the people, you know what I'm saying, under your decree of executive orders. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to hear that bullshit. We see Farwell, FBI, the Bureau I once knew and loved is gone. And that is damn sure true in all ways. He said it. Nobody want to know about Billy fucking nutcase ass Bill Gates. But we see Trump 2025 vision revealed, you know what I'm saying? Is revealed, you know what I'm saying? We said one. We see the Bermuda Triangle Enigma, the Bermuda Triangle Enigma unveiled a scientist's groundbreaking theory. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's see what theory he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? This is coming in 12 hours ago Eastern Standard Time. Newsbreaker commentator Ali Nati or something like that is the name. You know what I'm saying? Coming in. But we see in this one, they're talking about the Bermuda Triangle has held a held the globe attention for many years, with tales of missing ships and aircrafts that have left a mystery and intrigue. However, Dr. Carl, an Australian scientist, thinks he may have solved the mystery surrounding this infamous section of the Atlantic Ocean. Moreover, by the Virgin Islands and the West Indies over there. You know what I'm saying? But Dr. You know, Kozuski, Kaczynski, or whatever his name is, that we will call him Carl, theory is supported by factual information from reliable sources. He emphasized that no unusual increase in loss in the Bermuda Triangle, you know what I'm saying, has been documented by the United States. You know what I'm saying? State Coast Guards, you know what I'm saying? State Coast Guard or Lloyd's of London, yeah, a renewed insurance business. In actuality, the rates of vanished ships and crafts in the region are comparable to those in other parts of the world. The research emphasized that although the numbers may vary moderately from years to years, the average remains consistent overall. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, good for you. You know what I mean? You see the dorm reports the FBI officials cited for misconduct, you know what I'm saying, or now, and it should be. You know what I'm saying? But this is point black saying, stay right, stay tight. We're gonna stay in the fight, you know what I'm saying, and we gonna make it right. You know what I'm saying? Conservative upset by the new 14 trillion reparation proposal. Oh yeah, there's always gonna be many of them. This is why you're using this reparation thing because you know full well that the reparation you figure you're gonna use that to what do you call it? You're gonna use that to do reverse psychology using reparation. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna use reverse psychology and put the blame again squarely on Republicans, your ancestors' hard work. Uh-huh. Go ahead with that foolishness. So this is point back saying, farewell, one. We will meet again, my friend.